Thanks for tuning in to VPT Cooks Apples and Honey. It's a great fun drive we got today. Lynn Lang from Essex Junction, what do you got going on here?
We have an honey apple chutney we're going to do.
So chutney, I mean, the whole concept of chutney is a little bit of sweet and sour, right?
Yes, if you've got a meal that's kind of bland and you put that on the side, it works wonders for you.
It does, and it's like a Persian style. It's I think it comes from the word chutney, which is to preserve.
Okay.
So it's like a preserved kind of, it's almost like jam, but it's got a lot of other components to it. Sometimes it's got a lot of heat, but it's a lot of fun.
Yep. And not only that, but you don't need to wait and have a bland meal. You can just eat it right out of the jar.
That's true. It's true. It's true. All right. Well, where do we start with this?
Okay, apples,
Okay.
which is a feature here. So the recipe I have in front of me here, we have 2 apples that we've chopped and cored.
Okay.
Okay. So those are going to go in. Now, the thing of it is, you don't want to have too big of chunks. They will boil down and whatnot, but you don't want them excessively large. Then we have 3/4 of a cup each of currants and peppers.
Okay.
And onions. Also,
And
excuse
onions.
me. Those are onions and peppers only.
And a little bit of garlic in there, too.
And a little
right?
bit of garlic
Right.
in there. Then the next thing that we have is we have chopped bell pepper and actually I'm reading off the paper, off the recipe, and I have them mixed differently in the bowls, so that's okay, right? We can figure that out.
And what kind of apples are these?
Those were galas.
Galas.
Yeah,
Great.
I think so.
So now we've got some currants, and it looks like, are those dried dates?
That's supposed to be snipped dates. But
Okay.
At the local grocery store, I didn't find the sticky ones.
That's all right.
So if you find the sticky ones and you have trouble cutting them up on your chopping board, use a pair of scissors instead.
That's a great idea.
Then they don't.
No, that's a great idea. And
don't
for
get-
the really sticky ones, you can usually go to like a natural food store that's around. They usually have them in the organic section.
So, and then from there, we're going to end up with a cup of honey and 3/4 of a cup of cider vinegar and 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon.
Yeah, and that's one of the things about, chutney too, is it's the spice component, whether it's a heat spice component or cinnamon or allspice or clove or ginger, whatever it is. There's usually some kind of really funky flavor component to it.
Be careful when you're putting in the cinnamons or stuff like that. I know a lot of recipes that have honey do in fact use that,
Yep.
but you can very quickly overpower your food when you use those. So unless it's
true.
a proven recipe, be careful.
Be careful, and you can you can always taste as you go and add it
Yes.
towards the end.
Yep.
Sometimes that's a better way.
Yep. The other thing with this particular recipe, I have another version that I make whereby in season, either papaya or mango,
Wow.
and then from there also, instead of using the currants, I use golden raisins.
Which are delicious.
They have that zip.
Yeah, and they plump up a little better too.
They do. As opposed to the regular raisins, which may get a little gooey on you.
Yep.
So anyways,
Which is the technical term.
oh, that is the technical. Good. I won't. So you mix your cider vinegar
Okay.
and your honey together so that you don't have any hot spots when you pour it in.
Great.
Pour this in and give it a good stir.
All right.
That's yours. And simmer it for 40 minutes.
Okay.
Let it cool. Refrigerate it.
Yep.
If you are, this will make 2.5 cups, by the way. If you want to can it or make a larger batch, not a problem. Use your typical canning procedures. It has the acidity, but I'll let you guys take care of that.
And what do you, for people out there who haven't necessarily have chutney? I mean, I love chutney, but what should they eat it with?
Mostly foods that don't have any real zip to them or flavor components.
So that bland chicken,
We can do
chutney.
it that way. Yep.
roast pork,
Yep.
chutney.
Yep.
Barbecued sandwich, chutney.
It doesn't even need to be bland either,
Eggs over easy,
Yep.
chutney.
So basically, let this simmer for 40 minutes, stirring occasionally.
Yeah.
Along towards the end, you may want to be careful about how much moisture you boil out or how much
Right.
liquid you boil out.
Right, because it'll really start to get pretty syrupy.
It will.
And
It will.
ooey gooey.
Yeah. And then from there. But it makes a nice addition or a side thing on
everything.
everything. Everything.
which is delightful, and especially the use of local products. And for people who haven't made chutney, I mean, it's the idea is that you can really incorporate your own personal styles into it. So if you like really spicy food, then minced jalapenos or habaneros in it. And if you like really mild, just something that's more acidic to complement your food, then more vinegar and less sugar component or less honey component to it.
And of course, we eat with our eyeballs.
We do.
So I did not peel those nice red apples.
No, a little color
You
contrast
could use
is good.
a ripe pepper as opposed to an unripe, which would be red.
Yep.
Add a little more red to it.
And,
So,
and the honey that you used today, where'd it come from?
right down on Route 7.
Dakin
Farms.
Sam Sr., Sam Jr.,
yeah.
great supporters of VPT Cooks.
Yep. The other thing, honey. This is liquid honey.
Okay.
If
So
you-
there's more than one type of honey.
Oh, there's creamed honey. There's crystallized honey, which if you don't do anything to it, it'll crystallize. Probably you don't want it in the comb because that's going to have the wax on it.
Yeah, which is kind of hard to.
It's good. It's good for you. But if you have crystallized honey, that is not honey that's spoiled.
Okay, so
it is perfectly good.
When you get honey like this and it sits for a long time because you're too lazy to eat honey, it crystallizes so it turns kind of opaque, like white.
Yes.
Okay.
It's like eating sand.
It is like eating sand.
yeah.
But it's not bad.
It's not bad.
No.
What I do is if you start, the color of the honey starts to get cloudy, stir it.
Yeah.
Okay, what you're doing when you stir it is you're actually promoting the crystallization. Those of us who make creamed honey, we have a seed and we do it that way. But if you stir it, then that'll actually speed the crystallization process up. The other thing is you can take this in a glass jar, bring a pot of water to a boil, pull it off the stove, set this in there.
Yep.
You do not want to take honey above 140 degrees.
Okay, because it starts to break down, right?
It breaks down the flavor enzymes and acids and whatever. So anyways,
Well,
honey in any form is great.
It's good. And when this is all finished cooking down, what does it look like in the end?
Here, you can be the guest.
Oh, that looks awesome. Do I get to eat it too?
Well, I even brought one. Brought one.
Perfect. So I mean, you can see it's really ooey and gooey. And it's great. You taste the vinegar right away. You actually taste the pepper in there, which is really nice. It's a really good contrast, and the fruits are really nice and plumpy too. Excellent. Great job.
Thank you. Enjoy. Yes.